It takes a team of nephrologists, renal dietitians, caregivers, and experts. But the most important piece of the puzzle is you. Thelma Warner needs your help, and she joins us now with a call to action to help her and others like her find the gift of life during this Kidney Action Week. Thank you, Thelma, for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Although I don't think that there is anyone quite like you, Thelma, because you truly are a bionic woman. This is just the latest of many health challenges you've experienced. Can you tell us a little bit about your medical journey, as it were?
Well, I had congestive heart failure beginning in 2012. I inherited from both sides of my family. When I got sick in Atlanta, so I ended up moving here, and I started seeing doctors here. Well, the first doctors I was seeing, I wasn't getting any better, and I ended up going back and forth to the hospital so many times, and finally I met a doctor at Piedmont Hospital in Atlanta, Georgia, and I looked at her and I said, I'm at the last end of my rope. Yeah. Can you help me? And she said yes. So I had a heart transplant. But during my heart transplant, I had an acute kidney injury. And that began my journey for needing a kidney. Well, I had tricuspid valve surgery a year later.
Oh, my goodness.
And I lost complete use of my kidneys. I don't urinate anymore.
Oh, wow.
So the toxins are backing up in my system.
So and you have to undergo dialysis every week.
3 days a week, 4 hours.
4 hours each session, my goodness. And how do you feel after each session?
Well, actually, when I come home, I fix breakfast and then I go to bed.
I see.
Because I'm so weak. And a lot of times I can't stand up in the kitchen because my blood pressure has dropped so low. And it's not a good feeling.
No.
And not only that, but I feel like I've wasted quite a bit of my day and time that I could be doing things like advocating for others like myself.
Yeah, well, and you're doing a tremendous work doing so. So I think anyone who's watching this is going to take a second look at themselves and to think how they can possibly be helpful in this case and to become a living donor, which is why we're here to talk. But you also underwent lung surgery and brain surgery. You have had such, I mean, these are massive surgeries for one person to endure. And here you are talking about it, and you don't look worse for the wear. I have to tell you, Thelma.
I don't look like what I've been through or what I'm going through now. Right. Actually, I'm stage 5, the end stage of renal disease. And it's been a journey because after I had my tricuspid valve surgery, I couldn't breathe. And they had to go in and check my lungs, and my lungs, that was bleeding. And they had to go in 3 times, and I almost passed, but I made it.
Oh, my goodness.
Then 2 months later, I had a car accident, and somebody ran me from the back, and I had gone to the hospital, been released, and went to another hospital, my heart hospital, to make sure my heart was okay. Oh, wow. Then I found out that I had a subdural hematoma. Well, at that time, they did what they wanted to or what they could, and then I was released. A week later, I was hurting so bad in my head, and I was asked to come back to the hospital. And when I got there, they said, "We're going to do surgery. We're going to do it now."
Oh, goodness.
And I said, "Okay." What else could I say?
Time sensitive. That's right. Incredible. And just so that people have an idea. And just so people have an idea of what your life was before all these health challenges, you're a retired business education teacher. You were also formerly a flight attendant. So all the things that, in addition to just some of the more simpler things that we take for granted that you're unable to do today. And so when we talk to viewers about becoming living donors, living kidney donors, what is the message that you want them to understand, to know just how important just entering the list of potential donors could be to someone such as yourself?
Well, being on dialysis is no fun at all. And not only that, if you have heart problems such as myself, then it wears on your heart. So you need everything you can to help you. And if there's a live donor's kidney would last longer and start immediately, whereas a deceased donor may not start, may take a while to start, and you'll still be continuing dialysis. So it's very important to know that if you are healthy, you can share your spare. There's so many of us out here that are not surviving because there's not enough organs to be shared,
right,
or people are not coming forth. And what I'm asking is that people come forth and just consider it, think about it, and at least give us a chance at life.
Absolutely.
There are things that I'd like to do more with my life. And
you have many more years. You have many more years to live your life, and we don't have a donor here with us to tell you, to our viewers, but we've certainly covered this topic many, many times on the show, and that is, we do have 2 kidneys, and to become a donor is quite simple, but it's finding a match. It's being that match for somebody. So the more of us that can enter that pool who are qualified to do so, the better we will all be as a community. Thelma, I want to thank you so much, and I just want to end with this. It's a quote that you sent our way, and it's, hard things are put in our way not to stop us, but to call out our courage and strength. It's absolutely true.
Right, never give up.
Never
That's my
give
whole
up.
message. Never give up.
Thelma, thank you so much.
There's somebody out there. So,
there is
thank you
somebody
so
out
much.
there. I want to thank you so much for sharing your
appreciate it.
story with us.
All right, you have a nice day, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back.
All right.